most of the village. Jay, Uncle Mark, Auntie Liz, everyone. The place was packed. But New Year 2001 for us didn't begin in the pub. I stood with Mum in the dark of the church and watched Dad and the others ringing in the new year. He's a lot bigger than all the other bell ringers, and he rings the bell with the deepest dong. It suits him. Afterwards, in the cold night air, we all tramped through the graveyard to join the party at the Duke. An owl hooted from up in the church tower, and Dad called out, "And a Happy New Year to you too!" Dad was laughing a lot, like he always does, and drinking too, but no more than anyone else. Mum kept telling him that he'd had enough, and that he'd only have a thick head in the morning. I hate it when she nags him like that, especially in front of other people. But Dad didn't seem to mind at all. I think he was too happy to care. He was singing his heart out. He sang Danny Boy, and everybody cheered him. He loves to sing when he's happy. Everyone was happy last night, including me. Jay and me went outside when the pub got too stuffy and smoky, and we lay on the village green looking up at the stars. It was cold, but we didn't mind. The owl kept hooting at us from the graveyard. Jay said she saw a shooting star, but she was just making it up. She's always making things up, particularly what she calls her experiences about boys, and sometimes that makes me annoyed, because I think she's trying to put me down. But last night she was just having fun. I feel she is more like my sister than my best friend. I know her so well. Too well, probably. Jay was beside me later on, when we all linked arms and sang Auld Lang Syne. I can never remember the words, before we went back home in the pickup, Bob's in the back, barking his head off at the moon. He always barks and howls on moonlit nights. Like a ruddy werewolf, Dad says. When we got back, I went to see Ruby in her stable to wish her a Happy New Year. I gave her lots of sugar lumps and a kiss on her nose. Then I did the same to Bob's, so he didn't feel left out. Not sugar lumps, just a kiss. When I got up to bed, Dad was already snoring, as loud as a chainsaw. This afternoon, I took Ruby for a ride. Bob's came along. Bob's always comes along. Up through Bluebell Wood and down to the river. 2 herons lifted off as we cantered across the water meadows. Love herons. The river was low enough, so I rowed Ruby across into Mr. Bailey's wood the other side. Bob's had to swim, paddling like crazy, head up and looking very pleased with himself. We've got this brilliant arrangement with Mr. Bailey. He lets me ride in his woods, and in return, I let him have horse manure for his vegetable garden. Unlike us, he keeps the tracks through his woods clear, so as long as I look out for badger holes, I can let Ruby have her head. She galloped on well today, puffing and snorting like she does when she's really enjoying herself. As I came out of the wood, I saw Mr. Bailey feeding his sheep. He waved at me and called out, wishing me a Happy New Year, which surprised me, because he can be a bit grumpy. He wasn't in the pub last night. He's a Methodist. He doesn't like pubs. Normally, we only wave at each other at a distance, so I rode over to say hello, just to be friendly. He told me he'd be lambing down his ewes in a week or so. He calls them yours. "Don't want any snow," he said. "Worst thing you can have at lambing time is snow." Then he asked me if I'd made any New Year's resolutions, and I said I hadn't. "You should, Becky," he told me. "I always do. I don't always keep them, mind, but I try. And trying's what counts." So I thought about it on the way back home, and I made 2 New Year's resolutions. First, to write in my diary like I'm doing now every single day. Second, to be nicer to Mum, if she'll be nicer to me. Thursday, January the 11th. Both my New Year's resolutions have been broken. It's 10 days since I wrote a word in my diary, and Mum and I still aren't getting on at all. Now come my excuses. I didn't write in my diary, partly because I couldn't think of anything much to write about, and partly because Mum...